that we're doing this. Okay. UNIST with nope, that I don't know who that is. That's you're not my friend. All right. All right. Yes, I'm aware I'm closing 2 tabs. It's okay, Opera. I don't know when you started being such a nanny about this. Also, due to the influence of Don, I was originally against using this color scheme because it felt a little too anime, but then he's like, but it literally matches your hitbox exactly. And I was like, that's a good point, my guy. That's a very strong reason for me to pick that color. Aesthetic synergy. Hopefully it'll make my Wagner play better.
I think I settled on this color scheme because the normals are big and edgy red swords.
Oh, that rules. Ooh, okay. Nice. I was like, can I go for fakies? Okay, no. Oof, that was a bad input. That was a good one.
That was good. Dang. Yeah, I'm autopiloting that C. I am glad, even with all of my tremendous fuck-ups, I am still, in fact, I was ahead on life for a bit. Thank you, Wagner. Thank you for dealing a trillion damage. Yeah, that was a smart grab. I should have seen that one coming. Yes. Damn it. Going for the fake empty jump low at neutral round start. Oh, that was wrong. No punish. Nope, that's a win. Okay. Nope, right one. I always think it's the first hit that's low, not the second. Oh, God damn it, I fucked up my drill. Nice. Your confirms have gotten way better. Yeah, I've been putting a lot of practice time into it.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, oh man, this is gonna be suboptimal for me because I have not been practicing that much. Like, I played with, you know, Don and all them, so it, like, helped my fundamentals a lot, but I still need to, like, learn how to actually be good with character. Man, that's a hell of a round start.
It's really good.
Yeah. I was like, you were...
Nice.
That looked like bullshit.
It was.
Fuck me. You were still in fucking tech. Oh, right. Already used that buff. Didn't have 100 meter. Was definitely looking at Hilda's meter. Damn it. Why am I so bad at that? Alright, I chain shift, but I was just, you know, stuck. It was like chain shifting into Ghost Oki. It's just like, yes. Damn. No respect. No respect. Ah, fuck.
Nice grab.
Thank you. What was Melty Blood? Melty Blood was just the games before, oh boy.
No.
Melty Blood is the other Soft Circle French Bread series that came before this. Ah, I tried to backdash it. Nice chase.
Thank you.
I do not like that you have found a way to get a third overhead. I'm less pleased about this. Fuck! Oh, that was such a bad autocorrect input. I see so many people say Tsukihime fighting game, and I have no fucking clue what that means. Well, that was on.
I'm here for UNIST. I'm no coward.
Fuck.
Well, that was a bad confirm. Ooh, good shit. Or guard thrust, rather. Fuck, I went for the grab, I got so greedy. Okay, you know what? It's not as far off as I thought. This is still fine. This is still playable. That was very close to a win. I'll take it. Also, yo, thank you for the resub, Menthol Shampoo. Thank you for not being a coward and watching UNIST. Oh, it's a visual novel. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I don't care about VNs much. Damn it. I started the backdash, but I didn't believe in it, so I just backdashed and then stopped dashing. Also, ooh, that catches sword. Good to know. Yeah, okay, cool. Didn't delay enough. Good tag. Right. It's not counter hit. Oh. Fuck! Why am I dropping that? Ah! Is Carmine still fun and goofy in this game? My only experience with UNIST is cross tag battle. Any character you played in cross tag battle that's in this game is better in this game. Like, just straight up. There's more buttons. There's just, they can do more in this game than they can in cross tag. Carmine's really fun. Carmine's really hard to play, but there is a very, very good Carmine player in Colorado. Goes by the name of, is it Jedi Mind 303 or just Jedi 303? I can never remember.
Everyone just calls him Eric now.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, well,
Wait,
Eric, yeah.
It was Jedi Mind Trick back in the day.
Okay, that makes sense. That rap group fucking rules. This is incredibly good. No, you're not throwing me off that one, bud.
I wanted it!
Too easy.
No!
No.
That was...
Fuck you. Nope. I don't confirm those. It's fine.
That grab did a lot of damage.
Yep. Yeah, it's wild how good the weather is here right now. Like, it was a blizzard, like literally a, and I quote, bomb cyclone just 2 days ago? 3 days? 2 days ago now? Yeah, it was Thursday. Or no, it was Wednesday, right. It is currently 65. Nice game. Okay, I'm close to the corner. That, there.
Nice.
Thank you. But yeah, it's like 65 degrees today. Which the only problem was I was going to start earlier today, and then I was like, oh, right, I need to like eat today. And then the roads were just packed because everyone was, you know, driving because the weather's nice. Whew, balls of steel doing that one. Fuck. Oh, I'm dropping that dash so much.
No! My button! That was good.
Thank you. I just have to remember how to be a huge asshole. Man. That's really cute. Jump back, dive kick. I'll have to keep my eyes out for that when you try and pull that shit. Nice. Got in a buff. That was horse shit. Fuck. I really gotta pick those up. That one's weird because 2B, what I can do is directly related to what starter I'm using. Or like if it's a counter hit or not off 2B. So I've got to actually do the gear, pay attention to counter hit stuff, which is a bummer. I don't want to do that. Man, this setup's tight. Oof. Good awareness. That was so minus, I should have just jabbed. That is minus, right? The dive kick, unless you like hit exactly at the bottom.
It's safe, but minus if I hit like above the toes. Okay. It's maybe +1 if I hit you like on your toes. It's really weird. So it's hard to tell.
For whatever it's worth, against Wagner, that means I can just always mash it. Because if you're -1, then that means, or if you're +1, we still trade.
Probably. We'll have to see how it works out.
Yeah, we'll get a feel for it. Oh, the nuts.
I would say like at least try to see if that works out for like the matchup.
Ooh, I was so close. I was like, ah, right in your face. I'm here to press buttons. I even change shifted, but I like couldn't tell if you were pressing a button or not because one of your fucking jabs is literally just she wiggles her foot a little bit. It's the worst. Biggest thing from coming from cross tag would be inputs because you can't do like 360s. I mean, yep, that's the thing you have to learn. Like the unfortunate truth is, like, to have as many moves as these characters do, these inputs are kind of necessary. Son of a bitch. Yeah, your confirms are getting nice. Congratulations. Hilda J2C can be anywhere from -5 to +2. Okay, so unless I think you have it literally perfect, I should just jab.
Yeah, probably.
You have a 6 framer, right? And I have a 5 framer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That'd be my 3C. I 3C'd! And by 3C I mean 3B.
Ooh, give me that grid.
That's so good.
Yumma yumma. Fucking damn. I'm good. Sorry, it's hard to read and respond to chat while also dealing with Matt. I chain shifted and then forgot to DP. I'm so close to getting chain shift right. You're so fucked once I can use Vorpal properly. You're dead. Do tag fighters have less inputtable moves per character? Usually, because it's really hard to manage 3 characters. Like, that's so much learning. And the thing is, like, basically UNIST, I'm playing 3 characters worth of inputs, or maybe like more like 2 characters worth of inputs on just 1 character. But DBFZ, you know, I have to remember so much. Ooh. The other thing is DBFZ, a lot of times, like, the hard part is more about just keeping track of everything that's going on, and you have to know your opponent's stuff really well too. That's the hardest part, I think. Like, it's not enough to just have your team down to a science. I just didn't get drill to come out like 3 times. I don't know what I'm doing. I must have mistimed it every time. Fuck! What a bad input! Ah. Piss. Oh, that was like I caught you with the fucking disc joint on it. Fuck! Just pretend you're dead and I won.
No.
I am spicy meatball. That probably had cross-up protection, but man, it looked sick. That looked sick. Yeah, Fighters is really nice, especially if you want to get into tag games, just because, yeah, like, you don't have to worry so much about the input, and it really lets you get down to the more interesting layers of the game faster. That's what I really like about it, is, like, it removes the barrier between the player getting to the good part of the fighting game, without, you know, removing the skill ceiling, because, like, I was talking to Don again the other day, and, you know, mentioning that, like, combos are tighter in this game, but they're also not 400 inputs long. Is the thing.
Right.
DBFZ, when I do a Vegito Touch of Death, I have to remember, like, basically I have to be able to recite, like, the Gettysburg Address. I actually had another action there, I think. I didn't do it. But yeah, no, Fighters has a lot of universal inputs, but it's less than people act like. Like, people act like everything in that game is universal, and that is simply not the case. Fuck me, good phasing.
Thank you.
Because it's like, the main universal inputs are like, there's an anti-air, there's a universal overhead that people almost never use, because it's very bad if you get caught with it. Good tech. That catches backdash, that's wild. I went for DP. But I mean, like, which means younger players are always going to be able to dominate older ones. That is super not true. That is the least true thing anyone's ever said, is high execution restricts skill to higher dexterity, meaning younger people are going to be able to dominate older ones. Super not true. Absolutely not the case.
Kazunoko's old.
Kazunoko's what? Like, he's like
mad old.
Is Kazunoko like late 30s, early 40s?
30s, yeah.
Yeah.
Kazunoko's old.
And Kazunoko is a god in every
most
game
of the good
plays.
American Guilty Gear players are all old men, like...
Yeah. It turns out...
Fighting games are deep enough that the advantage you get from just playing forever is still way...
Yeah, the input barrier is something you can get over with, like... At most, if you're, like, really having trouble with it, I would say within 6 months, you'll probably be fine with your inputs. Like, that's whatever. That is, of course, if you're practicing, which, let's be real, that's the main hurdle. That's the real hurdle, if we're being real, is putting in time to practice. Isn't always the most exciting thing on the planet. God, that triple overhead's such a bitch. Good stagger. Yeah, Justin Wong is, like... Yeah, Justin Wong's getting into his 40s, I think, at this point.
Oh no!
Nice dive kick, chump. I remembered, I have a button that's irresponsibly strong.
What a good way to put it.
Fuck, I did my assault too late. Either I did my assault too late or your pin timing was tight enough that it locked me into it. Ooh, good bloom. I can't believe this. Anti-air pin. Who does that?
Me.
It's very good. And I'm glad that my friends are improving at a rapid rate. It means I also need to improve. Oh, that's not improving. That's a good way to take a turn.
I approve of these actually quality female character designs. A sword lady with pant rather than miniskirt. Powerful fish cal skirt. Good ship. Happy 26 months.
Yo, what up? Yeah, no, the character designs in UNIST are like pretty fucking good. Like they managed to be cool without being over the top. So when she throws that ball out, is it another input to get the projectiles? No, for the ball, Matt has 3 different versions of it. One of them costs meter, and they spray different directions. So like, let's say Matt, if Matt gets into a mid-screen situation with me where he gets a knockdown in the middle of the screen, then he's gonna have to play 50-50, and guess whether I'm going to back tech away from him or I'm gonna neutral tech or like something like that.
Yeah, it's basically 3 different versions with 3 different directions each, but it's still only 3 of them. Like, I have to play rock, paper, scissors with my own mix-up. It's obnoxious.
Yep.
But it's really good anyway, so it does. Like, see, I guessed right there, so I get to mix. But Ty blocked it.
but Ty's a fucking Dragon Ball player. Nice, yeah, I keep going for that. I need to remember I gotta stagger my strings. Like, this is the reason they're, like, for as much as everyone bitches about Wagner being super top tier, there's, like, only maybe 2 or 3 American Wagners who are, like, at that level. And, like, I don't know how many Japanese players actually... Ooh, that was a fuck up. I don't know how many Japanese Wagners there are.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, like, everyone's like, oh, Wagner's so cheap. Wagner's cheap if your opponent is bad. Like, Wagner is the kind of character like Byakuya who will just absolutely float you through pools if your opponents aren't familiar with the matchup. Also, what a fucking Gloom guess. That was so good.
Thank you.
No. How the fuck? I'm so mad.
What?
Fucking. Of course it's an overhead. Oh, right, that's supposed to go into a low. Oh, my spacing is so bad. That was very good.
The spacies.
Yeah, Hilda's fighting style is fucking hilarious. Also, if I remember right, in the lore, she's stupid as shit, but tried to, like, replicate a process to make herself a god, but didn't quite get there. But she's kind of dumb. Like, I think that's the lore.
More or less. That was not a run-up grab.
Sure wasn't. No! My back dash! My super dash! I'm a genius! Oh no! Oof. That was really good. You caught me in, I think I got caught in a green shield. God, I keep meaning to press C and repeating into A. Alright. I know what I need to do before we have our matchup again, and that's literally go into the lab and just do 5B, 6B, 5A, and just practice doing that until that is the muscle memory. Because that's where Wagner becomes a problem, when I do that stuff. That's when I'm able to lock someone down for literal 50 plus seconds. Man. Yeah, like, to jump out at that point, I have to guess if it's gonna be pin or that blade, and I have to assault, like, really early. Like, I super have to believe. Oh man, that's perfect.
I think this matchup, despite where people think these characters are in the tier list, is actually... I think it's an even matchup.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I think it's 100% even.
Yeah, if I was better with the character and, like, managing shield buff and finding windows and stuff, I have a feeling I'd be able to get in a lot more on you, and then, like, my pressure would never end. Because that's the thing, right, is if Wagner gets up to Hilda, that's it. If against a good Wagner. But Hilda can just keep you out forever. Call me walking. Oh, why did I go low after that? That was so bad. Assault? Assault today, please? Oh, right, I was grid broken. Fuck! Right, I can't do that! Oh, man! Worth. So basically, Hilda stopped right before becoming a Merkava.
Either die a Hilda or live long enough to see yourself become a Merkava. You know what they say.
Oh, don't drill, I guess.
Why? I just didn't block. No! No!
That's what I'm trying to do. That is the game plan when I can do it. My brain, like, that's the thing. I'm gonna go back and watch these VODs and just, like, figure out what worked, what didn't, what was holding me back. No. No.
Right.
Oh, shit, guard point. Right. Yeah, Merkava is the noodle boy. The lanky bird man who turned entirely into a void.
Look at how much damage that did. 3,000.
That was fucked up.
3,000 damage grab.
Yeah, that was so good.
You know why that works? You do the meaty gloom setup, and then you grab them, and all the blades of the gloom hit while the grab is active. So you get the damage of the full gloom during the grab, and it's just 3,000.
That's fucked up.
This character's actually mad cheap. People who think this character is bad are super wrong. Really very wrong. Incredibly wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping you can make it out one Thursday at some point just to see how it matches up against, you know, other local characters.
I beat up Casey, Noah, and Dave the other day.
Oh, Dave plays UNIST? I didn't even know.
His Gordo is super sick.
Yeah, I know Noah picked it up. Noah just refused to play UNIST yesterday, though, and it made me very sad. He just sat outside playing Soul Calibur for like 7 hours when everyone's like, yo, come play UNIST. He just kept playing Soul Cal. It was nice, though, getting to hear the Noah classics, like just, I'm so fucking nice, from the other room. It was fucking hilarious. I was dying laughing. Oh, Noah's a funny motherfucker.
I love Noah.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
No!
Oh, I went for the low. Nice. That was good. I went for empty jump low and messed it up.
I just wanted to be out.
Also, yeah, Merkava is a horrible man-eating monster with a conscience, still, and is not a fan of his current predicament. No. Okay.
Yes.
I now have an answer for that. if I think you're gonna do that. Man, I didn't get my shield out. That was so good. Whoops. Whoops. You ever think in your brain, now I press down, down, C, and then you do quarter circle back, C, and you're kind of like, hands, come on, guys. I know we're still learning, but get it together, my dude.
I have no idea what's happening, but done if it ain't entertainment.
Damn. Yeah, like, the thing is, I think Hilda's dangerous at a lot more ranges than people realize. Like, other than directly in her face, she can be a pretty big threat. Like, if you catch me blocking, you can start kind of steering me around the field a little bit, which is wild. It's so good.
It's sick. This character's fun.
Oh, losing buff when you get hit as Wagner is the saddest thing. I understand. I do. But at the same time, that doesn't mean it can't make me a little sad. That was fucked up.
I got hit.
That was fucked up. That was so fucked up.
Fucked up.
Alright, good jump over that shield charge. It's really good. Gives you recovery time.
I messed up.
God, I keep forgetting your projectiles don't count as projectiles and trying to iframe through them. Poof! No. Oh, I felt it. I was like, here comes 2B, choo choo. Oh. Man. Yeah, hit me in the back. Hit me in the back. I dare you.
I wanted to. I never block it.
No one does. That's my secret. Okay.
I like it.
I should have had more awares. Alright, you attack that way. Man, I'm so bad at spacing that. Are you shielding that at all to push me out, or am I just butt cheeks? I feel like I'm just butt cheeks. Oh, man. Oh, man! Oh, man! This game is a roller coaster of emotions. No, you blocked it. What the fuck? you just said explicitly you didn't. Motherfucker.
I learned from my
Well, no, I mean her projectiles
self-shaming.
count as projectiles, but her thing, I know they're normals. Don't be pedantic with me. You know what I mean. Has anyone seen the recent Mirror Ryu double KO video on Twitter? I have not. And thank you for the resubs.
I did. It's pretty good.
Also, we should, go back to character select to switch the music up at some point, even though... Is this Merkava or
Yeah,
Carmine?
it's
Okay.
Merkava.
Yeah, the music in this game is dope as fuck. Good fighting games must have good music, it seems like. That's like... Oh, that looked like such an empty jump low. That was so low to the ground. That was so smart. Speaking of smart, thank you for the sub, the observation post. No! No! I went to rebeat to A, and I just hit 60 out of reflex. Oh, yeah. I need to go into training mode and get that habit out of my hands. Ah, what an autocorrect.
I liked it.
Yeah, I was trying to do drill into buff. Ty, who do you think is going to make it into Sam Show? I don't really know Samurai Showdown characters very much. I never was a big Samurai Showdown person. I like it, it's a fun game, but it's not one that I really like, super like taking seriously. Man. That veil off is really smart, by the way. That's really good for you. Being able to just say, we're playing at Hilka range now, is, that's strong. In this matchup in particular, it's so good.
Veil off into Sea Gloom is one of the most fucked up defensive things any character in this entire game has.
Yeah.
And for that, she has no other reversal.
Yeah. Other than if you have 200 meter and have the universal, yeah.
At that point, I've decided I just want to Veil off instead, because it's going to beat the same stuff, but it's way better for me if it works.
Absolutely.
Nice. I got greedy.
Sure did. Ah, I dropped my shit. It's fine. Yeah, I gotta practice that dash attack a lot. The thing is, I'm used to DBFZ, where you can, you can dash and not you can like let go of 6 and you'll still be dashing and still do the dash attack. This game, no, as soon as you let go, you are no longer doing dash attacks. Why do anime fighters always have weird round starts? I mean,
It's tradition.
It's tradition. I don't know if I would say Heaven or Hell, Let's Rock is weird, really. And DBFZ, I don't even remember. It's just like, fucking hit each other. But yeah, French bread has just always had it. Ooh, nice. No fear. I don't have shield buff, so it's an easy route. Nope.
I wanted it.
You sure did, and I knew. Ah! Speaking of wanting it, man. Ugh. Kill each other, but it's good is a very good one.
Oops.
Bitch. No.
I was charging it for so long!
You were, and then I ran through it. God. That setup is so fucking nice, dude. That setup is so nice.
It's really good.
That looked like force function. Oh. Whoop. In a perfect world.
No!
Oh. Yes, counterpoint. Alright, let's change music.
DP'd my frame trap. That was the right thing to do.
Oh, DBFZ has a constant barrage of talking. It depends on what character you play, for what it's worth. Vegito versus Zamasu is one of the most talky matches I've ever taken part of. Always, forever. Yo, thank you for the resub, Dr. Beef Castle. Pretty much you and Matt have pretty much single-handedly got me into fighting games. Thanks for being willing to teach and help new players. These streams are really fun and educational.
Thanks for being willing to teach and help new players. These streams are really fun and educational.
I am mostly streaming also to, you know, learn and teach myself. Like, I wasn't good at fighting games back in, like, March of last year when I picked up DBFZ, like, mid-February, early March.
Ty's been working hard.
I've been working medium, but I've been working consistent is the main thing. Like, that's the big thing. Like, sometimes I'll take a week or two off, but then I get back to it. And that's the big thing, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, luckily playing fighting games isn't my job because I am a variety streamer. Thank you, everybody, for letting me do that in chat. Again, super appreciated. But it's a thing that I like to do. Also, it's just a really fun social activity. It's a good social activity that doesn't super break the bank. Like, get out, I'm pissed. Oh, that's an unblockable if I'm jumping. Okay.
Yeah.
That holds you a while. God damn.
Fuck. No. Yeah, if you get caught in Seed Bloom jumping, I get to run full screen and
You can just run up
unblockable.
3C, right? Yeah.
3B, yeah.
That's so fucked up. In case anyone wasn't sure, in this game, if you are in the air and you get ground-to-aired, it is unblockable. So, like, that's like Street Fighter rules, right?
Right, but Street Fighter rules in an anime game where you can have projectiles holding people.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. I like it, though. Smart. It's extremely good.
Thank you. Anime fighters are fun to watch, but I'm terrible at them. So here's the big thing. I was terrible at them at first. Luckily, I had people who were willing to, you know, be supportive and help me out when I was really bad. The fact that Yohosi was even willing to play me when I was total cheeks was very kind of her, and I learned a lot, so. You! I was just about to charge! Fuck. The low right after is so fucked up. Man, imagine if I actually got the DP though. I should have gone for ADP anyway. It would have been unblockable and I would have been able to get a confirm off of it with 100 meter. I could have used the J236C, carry you to the ground and get a pickup.
Yeah.
Not true invuln on that DP, but it is air invuln, and it's got like frame 5 beats everything, so it's like a 5-frame startup, which is, you know, good. Just getting juggled around by Hilda, huh?
Yes.
All right. Oh boy.
No.
Nope. That was not the correct action. Question: how incomprehensible looking are Hildamir's?
Oh my god, they suck. I hate Hildemir.
Yeah.
You both try to do round start dash B, and with no rhyme or reason, one of you gets it, and then the match is just nonsense from that point on.
Brawly's English VA has one of the best laughs. It's pretty strong. It's unfortunate the guy who did it is a giant wiener, but yeah. Hey, P.S. I don't stand with Vic. In case anyone's following me who does stand with Vic, hey, don't. hey, you can just stop being wrong right now. Anytime. You can just stop following someone with a long storied history of sexual harassment with like tons of witnesses.
But no, Ty, remember, he was that one anime character people liked.
That's true.
This actually stops being funny in the next sentence, so I'm abandoning ship.
Yeah, no, that's smart. We have hit the point of, oh, I should have just DP'd. Oh, I'm so stupid. Unlike Platinum who just resub for 17 months. That's very smart.
Stop blocking. Thank you.
Fuck.
Ah! No!
Yep, no one ever sees that force function coming when it's just out of nowhere. Okay.
I'll take the trade.
Yeah, that's the worst part. If a trade spaces us bad, it's a huge advantage for you. Okay. Oh, it wasn't a counter hit? Okay. I fucked up. I went for counter hit route because I thought it was. It was not.
Nice.
Thank you. But yeah, no, like all of the English DBFZ is very good. But yeah, Vegito versus Zamasu is literally a non-stop flow of words. It's just
constant yelling.
It's constant. Just look at my speed. I can do this too, you know. And then just on the other side, just here comes the will of absolution, just at all times. They never shut the fuck up. That used to be True Tech and I had that match all the time, and it was so goddamn funny. Like, we would be overlapping our own words and also each other's. Like, always. Also, yeah, Wesker said Trantor. It's true.
Ow.
Ah! Why do I keep doing it? I am glad you are now able to beat it clean by walking backwards. A piece of tech I don't think anyone else has ever tried. Also, wow, that was a really bad autocorrect. That was supposed to be a 6B, but I went from 2B to 6B too fast, and it ended up autocorrecting to 236 instead of just 26. Overhead.
Overhead.
Overhead. Yeah, a Dormammu mirror where it's just the power of the power of the power. Fuck, that is so long that I like assumed you had landed an empty load. No fear.
No fear.
That's the thing with this matchup for Wagner is Hilda is unbelievably scary. And I have to like be really willing to make a hard call of just like, okay, now. Like I'm going for it. That's it. Yeah, Beowulf also in Skullgirls was a very chatty lad.
Answer in Guilty Gear is the most talking person per second, period.
Yeah, like mathematically. God, the extra low right after is still that. I'm glad you've improved. It means I also must raise my skill level. In the future, if I ever get into a fight with a different Hilda, this experience will be invaluable, surely. No. Oh, that was such a good block. I was like 660 low. There's no way. I was just about to go for the assault. Oh, why did I not believe? Or are we talking about the hilarious English Ruby versus English Chie? Pretty good! Pretty good! Counter, no chance, counter! Wow, that I just walked forward and I have no idea why I walked forward into that gloom. Oh, I just went from low to high like 4 times. I was like, Oh, I saw the startup of the 2B. I need to remember to poke with 2A in those situations.
Yeah, 2A would have worked.
Or just 5A. 5A is probably what I should be using. That button's mad good.
Whichever's faster.
Oh yeah, wall-to-wall noise is Mugen. But yeah, no, answer. I wish he was a better character. I hope in Guilty Gear the 5th they make him a good character. Honestly, they probably won't bring him back, which is a little sad, but...
Agreed, I like Answer. I think he's cool.
He's cool, he's so much work to do. Like, that's the biggest problem is Answer, I feel like, is like more work than fucking Chip, but he's just worse than Chip.
That's probably fair.
Yeah. Damn, I was just about to poke too. I was like, he's steering me into 5B range. That should work if I'm not terrible. Yeah,
that's an unfortunate drop.
Answer is the Ninja Secretary. Care at all about MK11? Not particularly. I'm not super into NRS games. I just don't really like the visual style on them. I just really
hard agree.
Yeah, I just don't like the way they look in motion. And like, when there's already 7 other games that I want to play first, like including like Punch Planet, people are like, oh, it's such a little complaint. I'm like, but there's 70 other fighting games, and that is enough to put that one onto the bottom of my list, you know? Like, yeah, I don't really like the way they look in motion, but they're cool games. Like, they're very... I feel like a lot of people... I'm thinking a lot of Street Fighter players might gravitate towards it, because it's looking a lot more like Street Fighter 4 than Street Fighter 5 is. And people really like Street Fighter 4. So that's my guess. Because it's very footsies oriented, there's not really any super cheap, just like, get me out of here tools. So like, footsies or you die.
Footsies or you die.
Mm-hmm. No, Mortal Kombat isn't a block button, I don't think. However,
I don't believe it is. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I played on an old Mortal Kombat machine not too long ago, and I do not remember it having a block button. I think it was just the 4. But yeah, I'm not very interested in any game with a block button. Is kind of immediately like a no thanks from me. Which is nice. That's the other thing too. People are like, ugh, being picky, oh, you're the worst. It's like, no, it's actually pretty sweet. It makes my decision making considerably easier. Like, I can just say like, you know what, I'm just not gonna play that game at all, and that's fine. That's something wild.
Hilda's grimy.
Oh, every Mortal Kombat game I've played is that a block button? Were they really block button games? Jesus. Okay. Yep. Alright, well, then, hey, there's the other reason I'm never gonna play it. I fucking hate block buttons.
It worked!
Sure did. Yeah, no, that one was hilarious. I did that to Don, and he was just like, what the fuck? Like, I just kept jumping C over and over. I'm like, well, if you're not gonna fucking anti-air. And then the next time I did it once, and he immediately Byaku just immediately anti-aired it with the huge DP he has, the one where he's like dancing. No, games have a blocking mechanic. No. Blocking button is what I hate. When it is a button to block instead of holding back or down back. Like, yeah, even in Justice, their other property, that one is also just hold back or hold down back. What games have block buttons? I'm trying to think now. I know, obviously Soul Cal. Yeah, and
not a whole lot.
It's one of those things that people might like think isn't that big of a deal until you've played with it a lot, and then you're like, oh, this actually changes the dynamic of the game hugely.
Like things like instant teleports can exist in Matt because of a block button, which makes it so you can't get crossed up by them. When Scorpion was put in, was it Injustice? Scorpion was put in another NRS game, and you couldn't react to his teleport at all, so it was basically unblockable because it's so fast that without a block button making the cross-up not exist, people just couldn't block it.
It was Injustice 1? Okay. Injustice is cool to watch, though. When they're not playing on the darkest stage on God's Earth, which is unfortunately like half of them in that game. That's the other thing. They're just really hard to see in, which I really don't find appealing in any universe. Oh man, I switched blocking directions too early. Enough.
Nice.
Thank you.
Blocked for a really long time.
Fucking DBFZ players, dude.
Yeah. The longer you block, the better you block.
It's true. Oh yeah, Killer Instinct was tight, right? That was the one that they eventually made like free to play with like DLC stuff.
That sucked. What just happened to me in UNIST.
I liked it. Controversial. Hot take. I thought it was good. Man, the fact that you don't have to guess on glooms in the corner is so fucked up.
It's sick.
Yeah, DBFZ is where you legitimately just block for 40 seconds. And there's like... There's less mix and it's more predictable, but it's still, you have to have that godly patience. And the thing is, this game, blocking is way better than it is in DBFZ is the other thing. Like, blocking sucks in DBFZ. You're on the back foot really hard. Wouldn't most 3D games have block buttons instead of back to block? I mean, there's no reason to. No. Like, Tekken isn't a block button.
I don't think a lot of 3D games have a block button. Like,
no, it's
a lot of 3D... Like, arena brawlers have a block button a lot of the time.
Because those you can just run all over. Yeah, those are kind of their own genre. Yeah, games where like you need to have that insane level of movement, like Smash for example. That's a game with the block button, kinda. A little different, obviously. Fuck. But yeah, so that's the other thing is because like when you have to hold block to block, it's like how when people complain about charge characters, like I get it if they're just like I don't like playing them because I don't like playing charge characters. But the reason those have to work the way they do is because it forces you to not be like. Imagine if Guile could just throw out the best projectile in the game whenever, as much as he wanted. Like if he could just be like Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, it would be hell. It would be the worst game.
In the DS version, there were one-button specials, and he could, or was it an iPhone version? It was some mobile version. It had one-button specials in Street Fighter 4. And Guile was S tier on that version because he could just do walking Sonic Booms without any execution issue.
The idea of a... Oh, someone said 3DS version of Street Fighter 4 is apparently the one that has it. Ah, so good. Zangief could also tick throw into SPD. Jesus.
That version was wild.
I would say the best character, as far as acting like they're bored to be there, is Slayer 3.
The original, the best.
Yeah. Slayer just deadass has maybe the best animations in fighting games, period. Like, him and Answer both are incredible as far as their animations go. Jesus, that damage.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, you've, again, made this much more of an uphill battle for me. It used to be like, okay, I have to touch Matt 3 times, he has to touch me like 7 times, though, so I can go ham. And then it's just like, oh, fuck.
That combo Angel of Soul does is so good.
Yep.
I stole the shit out of it, and now my damage is good.
Yeah, I was, it was so funny when someone tweeted, just like, hey, there's this, Hilda player streaming, and I was like, oh shit, I better check that out. Like, I want to see what a high level Hilda is, just to see what I need to get ready to hold. And then immediately in chat, I see Matt ask a question, and I'm just like, fuck me.
I want to know!
Because I was immediately like, god damn it, that means Matt's gonna do this by the fucking weekend. And hey, weird! Matt's gonna do it by the fucking weekend.
The prophecy.
Ah! I'm so mad, that would've got you so good. Yeah, Slayer is from Guilty Gear. My favorite thing, I think, is his throw animation is very good. He just kind of takes out his pipe, blows it in their face, and trips them a little bit, and then just kind of shrugs like, and then when they're on the ground, it, like, just leaves them on the ground. Or, like, he just kind of lays on the ground and is just kind of like, guess I got hit. Slayer rules. Slayer's so good. And then Answer's the same thing. Like, he falls over midair and just, like, A-poses, but he's still talking on the cell phone the whole time.
Yeah.
He's so good. Yeah, Guilty Gear, just not taking itself seriously in any facet is probably its greatest strength. Other than just being a super dope fighting game that looks amazing and plays amazing and sounds amazing. Man. I hope Grand Blue Versus has gear music. I think that's my #1 thing. I really hope.
Dude, same. Nice patience.
Thank you. I can't believe I didn't block that. I mean, I can believe I didn't block that, but much in the same way I can't believe it's not butter, but I damn well know it is, but it's not butter, you know? Same kind of thing. It's like, I can't believe I got hit, but I'm like, I mean, I know it's margarine. Nice, there you go. Catching me autopiloting bad. Oof. Also, yeah, Slayer's instant kill is a delight. Oh, I went for the grab. Oh. Yeah, Slayer's instant kill of being just a huge uppercut and then he says a haiku.
So good. Oh my god, that starter.
It is indeed fucked up. Yeah, whenever I'm not autopiloting, I'm doing really well. Whenever I'm like actively thinking about optimizing my offense. Nice. No, I'm gonna jump at you. Hold up, 1 sec. 1 sec, I'm gonna assault.
No. No.
Here comes the mix. Oh yeah, Zito having flashbacks of playing against Gordo. I mean, for what it's worth, Gordo was just like, all I knew how to do was just mash out auto combo if I hit you, and then also do Grim Reaper when I was not hitting you. That was most of my game plan. But yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? Is it like, fighting games, that's what I'm talking about, where there's like that other layer that matters more than execution. That's what that was just like, you know, Zito didn't play a lot of fighting games. I have, so I knew how to manipulate, like, fuck, different blocking strategies. I knew how to manipulate getting hit by every overhead today. Please. Jesus. I won't lie, I just leaned back in my seat and I'm just kind of standing here after that fucking pin exactly in the corner after landing. I don't know how you set that up or if you can set that up consistently, but if you can, you should do that because that was fucked up. You landed for empty jump low and then did an overhead, and that's the worst.
Doing empty jump pin is really, really dumb.
Okay. I don't know exactly what happened, but okay. Yep, there it is. I was like ready to jab, but I did some. Damn, I should have just pressed 5B instead. I went for a stupid low.
What?
Oh, that overhead's so nice. What does empty low? That means you jump at them and then you don't do anything during the jump, so you empty jump, which means you just don't do anything, you just jump. And then you just immediately hit them with a low. It's a thing people do in mix-up because when you jump, that means they're going to start blocking high, like they're going to be like, oh shit, they're going to overhead me. And then you just immediately get hit low. Yeah, exactly. Execution doesn't matter if you can mind game the shit out of your opponents, yeah. Or if you can just like take advantage of their habits. That's something that's really easy to do against newer players. Like, that's my problem with Wagner right now, is I'm still autopiloting my offense a little bit, and Matt is catching me for it every time. Because Matt is a very good, experienced player, and playing Gear for some time, and also GBF's fuck.
Fuck. I thought I was slick. Well,
yeah, whenever I'm not autopiloting offense, it's pretty fucked. It's, but yeah, if you hear someone say empty jump low, or just empty low, that is what that means. Man, I keep forgetting that goes all the way back when you do Sea Gloom.
it's hella good.
Sea Gloom into teleports. So wild. Hey, nice EX.
Thanks.
Does it come in not dingbat? Ah, fuck. I've been trying to figure out how to modify this one joke that, like, we used to do between friends. But the thing is, when it's not between friends, it could easily be misinterpreted as sexist, which, like, I don't want to do, you know, obviously. But, like, we used to just be like, nice, like, whatever we were doing. Like, particularly if it was, like, nice guitar playing doesn't come in men's, which was like this just long joke. And we would say it about everything was the joke, like even if it was just something that had no bearing on masculinity in any world. Like, it was just all nonsense, but I'm trying to find a good way, like maybe nice, nice defense doesn't come in not idiot or something. Does it come in good? That could work.
That's good.
That's good.
I like that one.
I like that. Yeah, alright, there we go. We have rehabilitated this good-ass joke for the 2019 era. Hell yeah. See, this is why when old lazy fart comedians are like, oh, people are too sensitive, it's like, you should just level up your jokes, bitch. Like,
that took like 4 seconds.
Yeah, just get funnier, motherfucker. Like, adapt, bitch. Oh, there it is. Does it come in nice? Damn. All right. Joke complete. Yeah, just lab your jokes. That's what bombing at stand-up is. That's just labbing jokes. God damn it! I was so sure your offense had ended.
B-Spike is plus 14.
No, I know. That's why I was trying to get away before I got hit by the B-Spike. Because I could feel it coming, and I was like, I thought I had the distance to assault away. I did not. Jeez.
This character's a menace.
What AI settings do you recommend for my jokes? I mean, depends on what you want to practice, right? Like, if you're practicing your block strings, motherfucker. If you're practicing block strings, you want to have them on guard all and just make it so your pressure has as few holes as possible. Practice it being airtight. Like, what I really recommend as, like, a good thing to make sure your offense is good at first is to put the AI on, like, counter hit of a certain variety. Oh, wow, I thought I was going to cross over. But just put them on, like, counter hitting with, like, standing light or whatever, or standing A, you know? Because in general, if you can get away with, like, I would say even just, like, practice it on, like, Seth or something. Because if you can get away from Seth, you can get away from anybody. Because Seth has a 5-frame jab, so... Yeah, that's mostly what I would say. Ooh.
No! I messed up my CVO combo and I lost the round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for a clown to wear at a circus is also very good, but that only works for clothes? I could maybe go with nice combo for a clown to use at a circus. I feel like that one's got a little bit to work on in the mouthfeel department. We'll get there. Oh man. Fuck, I should have anti-aired that. Ah, fuck. I should have just fucking slapped you for that one. That was the big fuck up. Oh, I was mashing the reversal. I was like, 200 meter, 200 meter, 200 meter. Hilda seems kind of dumb. I mean, in what way? Like, she's like middle tier. She's not like crazy or anything. Like, once you get up closer, she doesn't have a meterless reversal. So like,
her normals are also slow. I have a slow jab and no reversal.
Yeah, her jab is only 6 frames, but that is slow in this game. Like Wagner's is 5.
Right, and like if everyone has a 5-frame jab, but your jab is slower than every other jab in the game, even if it's only a 1-frame difference, and that's what ends up being important.
Yeah, it absolutely matters. Damn, that overhit's so good.
It rules.
The one thing I'm trying to remember to do is like manage grid a little bit more. And it's rough because like I'm attempting to do some risky shit to get grid to see what I can get away with. And sometimes the answer is I could not get away. Oh, empty jump low.
Nice.
I remember.
I did a bad.
I can't believe I didn't pick that up. This is the worst day of my life. Oh no, it's important to know what characters you like and what kind of character you like. And if it's your first fighting game, that takes a while, right? Like, I have bounced between no less than 8 characters in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Like, easy 8 characters, probably closer to like 12. So like, yeah, no, that's an important part, because you're gonna find out like maybe there's some characters that you're like, I think I like this character, or I like the idea of this character, but it turns out in practice, I don't really enjoy playing them. Jesus, nice lockdown. But like, for example, I really like aggressive, good button characters who have to like really think about their offense and their confirms and make sure they do stuff properly. Like technical but for different reasons, and then has very good neutral that can easily overwhelm and frustrate your opponent. So that's Wagner. That's Wagner to a T. Nice chain shift shit, dipshit. Does it come in nice?
It works. I feel suitably roasted.
Good. Fuck me. Nice confirm doesn't come in nice. Wait. I guess it would have to be cool confirm does it come in nice is the way we'd make this work. There we go. Got it. Okay.
It flows off the tongue.
What goes for S tier around here? The character I'm playing is considered S tier. It's just the tier list in UNIST is really tight to the point that player skill is going to be way more important. There was an Enkidu who, like, literally, when people make tier lists, they often will have at the bottom an Enkidu tier for just Enkidu. This is not because people think he is a good character.
Can't wait for the Koi bit, but I love watching
God,
it destroy Taizu.
Hey, he ain't destroying me that bad. Shut the fuck up. Thanks for the resub, though.
Like Hilda's empty low overhead mix-up. Oh, good good mesh. It's particularly messed up because like it's the 3rd layer. where people think it's an empty low because they see it come out so late.
Yep.
So they block low, and then it continues being an overhead anyway.
But yeah, Enkidu is literally, yeah, like, he is in Enkidu tier. And still, someone pulled top 3 recently with him. And there were some people saying some head-ass shit, like, oh, it's just because American players are bad. It's like, or it's because that player's incredibly good. Like, consider the literal opposite of what you said.
I heard there will be weed trash here later. In other news, Baba Izzy has bested me.
I heard there'd be trash later. Yeah. Once we're done here, I'm gonna hook up the Wii U, the old Wii U, and I have a couple games that were actually gifted to me at MagFest. Enough.
Nice defense, man.
Fucking DVFC players, dude. Damn.
No, what?
Hello. Also, yeah, I'm glad a lot of people are picking up Baba Is You and Hypnospace. Those games are incredible. I was a little worried they wouldn't get enough exposure. But, like,
I grabbed Baba Is You because it works on my work laptop.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
It works on that, it works on Switch, which is really nice. I'm glad that the game's on Switch. I might actually pick it up for Switch. Just because, like, that seems like a very nice airplane game.
Yeah, it's such a clever game.
Yep, it's really smart. The first game that Dev made was also incredibly good, with really good puzzles. So I'm not shocked that... Oh, this one is also good. God, I'm autopiloting. Stop it. Yeah, I'm really excited for next week because I'm probably going to get to play more Hypnospace, which is exciting because I wanted to give people time to, you know... That seemed like the kind of game that people will definitely want to experience for themselves first. God!
Nice defense.
Whew, thank you. Pizza. God. Hypnospace Pizza Dance is amazing. Also, one of the musicians of that game, one of the artists, just DM'd me on Twitter the other day and was like, "Hey, I'm really glad you like it. You want some more stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they just sent me some other tracks they've been working on, and I was like, "Tight." God, you're good at catching that.
I don't want to get grabbed.
Chowder Man is also very good. It wasn't Hot Dad. It was, God, what? They were using a different username, but it was, Swords128, I think? Something like that. The person who did Earth Funk. The one that I really was into. Pizza. Pizza. Pizza Dance is an incredible achievement. Did I say you could leave the corner? Damn.
You implied it.
Yeah, I should have seen it coming. What if I did that? Oh no, what if I did that? Vorpal, that's no good. That was so close. It was blocking forever. Yeah, the not poker rap fucking killed me.
I actually missed this stream. What are you talking about?
What, Hypnospace Outlaw?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. So, Jay Tholen and some other wonderful folks, Jay Tholen being the dev for Dropsy before this, which was a really charming point-and-click adventure game about a messed up looking clown that was just doing his best and actually was just being a very nice person. They made Hypnospace Outlaw, which is a game where you are basically in theoretical, like, early to mid 90s internet as like an internet cop. It's really good. It's really, really good because it's like all these fake web pages and stuff, and they are so goddamn on point for aesthetic. It's unreal. Like, one of my favorite things, at least, was very early on, there's like these tutorial videos to like get you set up, and during part of the instructions, they have, you know, someone reading the instructions, and their mic is fucking horrendously blown out, and they stumble through words and shit. Turns out that was just the dev. He was like, yeah, we kind of ran out of money for like word budget, so I just decided it would be funnier if I just did my own voice and like really fucked it up and made it hilarious. God, that's so good.
It's harder to combo in the corner though. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, probably a good thing to lab because you get it a lot. Damn, I was like, what are you gonna do? Oh, right, block. Yeah, that makes sense.
Ow.
Man, if I had confirmed that good, you were dead. Bitch.
Nice. Nice. That was so good.
But yeah, it's very funny hearing Jay's voice be like,
"Don't go to the settings menu."
And like, that's what it's just like.
Now we need you to go to the settings menu and go into display.
And it's like an old AOL disc explaining the internet, basically. Like, it's so good. The aesthetic is fucking dead ass, and it harkens back to the day where the internet wasn't as corporate, you know, and it was just kind of like, it was people setting up web pages, right? Like, it was just like, there would just be like, yo, welcome to Matt's page, my favorite band is Linkin Park, and my favorite song is Goldfinger by Superman by Goldfinger, you know, like that kind of. God, how is that not a low? I swear.
It's totally unreactable.
I'll show you. I'll react. I'll show you. I just didn't do drill. I just stood there. Oh. The hitbox on that goes so much lower than the blade. I was almost there. I should have just sprinted until I was in your face. Damn. Just fought Seth with 8 frames of delay, and I think my whole brain's been melted. Yeah, you didn't block shit, did you? 8 frames of unreactability added onto Seth? Fuck.
Absolutely not.
That sucks. I'm interested Yeah, it works because it's all very funny on its own, for the record. Like, it harkens back to a thing that a lot of people who were born into, like, the social media age of the internet are just never going to experience. Which is weird. It's a unique thing, for sure. Yeah, Hypnospace is a really interesting game. Also, it just mechanically is kind of fun, because you're just exploring all these weird web pages. Basically what it is, like, your first mission, Matt, as an example, is you're going out and having to do basically copyright strikes to remove a copyrighted image of beloved, you know, not Disney character, Goopy Goober, what? Oh, fuck, nice read. But yeah, it's like a little detective goldfish, and you have to go, you know, get content IDs on them and stuff, and get someone's account flagged for it. And the thing is, the main place you find all of the those to copyright strike them is on like a teacher's page, like a first grade teacher who is posting her students' drawings that she loves.
Oh.
Yes, it's very funny. Ah, that's so tight. You can't even DP out of that. Yeah, it's so fucked up. Yeah, you also can extremely get viruses, and the viruses in that game are hilarious. Some of them. One of the best things early on. Yo, what is popping, Epic Gamers? Hello. Fuck, what was it? Oh, one of the things you do is, like, you're looking for extra legal commerce or people using monetary systems outside of the approved Hypnospace systems, you know? And the way to find it, like, the only way to find it all very quickly and effectively is to install Professor Helper here, which is basically just Bonsai Buddy. And like when it'll just pop up with like, huh, it looks like you're trying to do something. How about some help? And if you click yes, it's just a pop-up ad that leads to a page that's all about. It's very good. Hypnospace is very, very good. Yeah, I was streaming, so I didn't read the email entirely that had how to get rid of viruses. Luckily, the devs were all in chat, and we're just like, here's how you fix that. I'm like, oh, thank God. So it was like making it hard to watch, and I was like, oh, shit, how do I fix this? Man.
Oh, wow. Fireball on hit is really minus close range.
Also, Gumshoe Goober, thank you, that's what it is. Hey, motherfucker. I do like that read of anti-air where I normally assault, though. That was very good. I've been waiting for you to do that for a minute. Like, probably is going to start 3, or whatever it is for her.
3B.
3B? Okay. No! No, you know how to blow me up for doing that now. This sucks. Oh, man. Oh, I was going through fakies forever. No, without my fakies, I'm nothing.
Oh,
we take those.
What is this round?
No fear.
Nice.
Woo, thank you. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, yeah. The in-game creators of the Hypnospace, because the whole concession is that they made an internet that you can log on to while you're asleep. So instead of sleeping and getting, well, like allegedly you still get rest, you know, they claim, but...
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, they actually, that Professor Helper thing, the big virus or whatever, like, the Hypnospace OS people are like, they yell at you if you flag his account and specifically tell you not to, because they have deals with this, you know, scam shit, basically. And they just want him to switch to their money.
No, my fakies.
Super fakies.
I really thought you were gonna try to jab or something.
Yeah. It makes sense. That would have probably been the better option, but you know. Can't win them all. Oh, I can't believe this. That popped you a millimeter in the air. No! I was wondering why you were so comfortable with me running up. In retrospect, it's quite obvious why you were just like, yeah, I'll let him run, whatever. Oh, I poked with 6B. Cool when you get Hypnospace for your birthday? Nice. Yeah, that game's cool. I'm glad folks are looking at it, because that was one of them where it was so bizarre. I Kickstarter backed it ages ago, just because Jay's, I've talked to Jay before, and Jay's very cool. And whenever, like, it's one of those things of just like, even if it's one of those situations of two artists kind of just trading money, it still is like, you know, it means something, right? Like, even if it's like, thank you for the $5. I'm now gonna go back your Kickstarter for $5, you know, that kind of thing. But I wasn't sure. The game, like the aesthetic and everything was obviously gonna be like dead on. But the gameplay portion, I wasn't so sure.
Sounds like it's still a good time.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, no, I wasn't sure, but now I am sure, and it's very good. Also, yeah, it's the first game in a long time where the game, not like me making jokes about the game or anything, because obviously I make myself laugh all the time, which is why I could never be on Saturday Night Live. Just kidding, I could always be on Saturday. I have a bad habit of corpsing. Luckily, streamers are allowed to corpse, thank God. Nice anti-air. Bad conversion though, chump. Where is that? But yeah, no, it's it was the first game where the game itself just straight up made me laugh for about 4 hours straight. Right, that's why you're cool when you're running up. Good stuff. But yeah, and the thing too is it becomes more and more old internet the farther you go. So like, there's a point where there's like a 2-week gap in the story for story purposes. And when you come back, if you go to like all those teachers' pages and also some of the older, like there's basically like a section of the internet that's just kind of like 40-year-old baby boomer section, and they'll all have like these page badges of just like I stand with Gooper, like welcome to the I stand with Gooper web ring. Which I don't think there's anything more accurate to old internet. How are you liking UNIST so far? I've been playing it for like 3 weeks. It's a fucking blast. This game's cool as shit.
It's rad.
The other thing that rules in Hypnospace and the old people pages is some of them are just like, help, delete, I don't want page, hello. Like those ones.
Good call out.
Thank you. But yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot. There's like a lot of mind games to it. It's like, again, it's anime Street Fighter in the best way possible. I did not get shield charge out in time. I should have backed up. How do I remove all these thumbs up animations? I only wanted one.
Wow, that did a lot.
Yeah. I'm working on it. One of my favorite strategies in fighting games is, well, if I only have to beat him 2 out of 3, that means I could, if it's 2 rounds, theoretically only have to touch my opponent 8 times to win, and that sounds great. If your opponent has to touch you 20 times and you only have to touch them 8, it's a pretty big advantage. Pretty huge. I can't believe this. Was that just a straight down bloom?
Yeah.
That was a really good setup. I'm really back in Nice. Damn it!
Nice.
Thank you. Also, I do love that, yeah, the old internet stuff, like trying to get BWL instead of LOL is a thing. Like, I'm bawling with laughter. Can you not get chipped to death in UNIST? I don't think you can chip death.
No.
Yeah, there's no chip death. If there was chip death in this game, Wagner would be triple S tier. Whenever Wagner has sword buff on, all of her sword attacks do like quadruple chip damage. It's really fucked up. That's why I need to get my infinite offense going, because I can legit just like peel like 1,000 health off somebody just by slapping them around while they're blocking.
It's really good.
It's really good. What does the grid at the bottom do? I forget. Okay, so there are different actions. That is the grid meter, and it determines who gets the Vorpal state. You'll notice there's like a little circle that fills up. That's every 17, I think it's every 17 in-game seconds, which is about 15 seconds of real time. It ticks around, and whoever has more of those little squares gets Vorpal. Vorpal gives you access to being able to stop time for a second with an invincibility frame. That thing where if you just see the screen stop and then they get to do whatever they want. It's called Chain Shift. You get to use that once if you have Vorpal. Every character has different Vorpal traits as well. For example, Wagner, just her buffs go on way faster is like her big thing. Also, she just does more, everyone does more damage. It's like a 10% damage buff if you have Vorpal. But there are different actions that'll add it, like if you do Assault, which is like the universal short hop, that gives you, I think it's like 1 grid, I think. If you go for a throw and connect it, you get 1 and your opponent loses 1, but if they tech it, it's the opposite, I think.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, or it's like your opponent gets 2 if they tech it and you lose 1, something like that. But yeah, there's just like all sorts of little actions that determine who gets it. And at high level play, like that's one of the biggest things. Also, yeah, Hyde would also be S tier if chip death existed, because Hyde can just do the same kind of shit Wagner does. Oh, didn't get away from it. No fear.
I pressed the slow button.
Damn it, I just didn't block. Oh, that was so smart. Yo, thank you, Gnome de Plume, which is a very good username. I'm all about
nice jet.
I'm all about a Gnome de Plume joke, but with gnomes. Damn it. Yeah, see, look how much chip damage I just did to Matt. Look how much of his health is gone, even though he didn't get hit. It's so fucked up. And yeah, no spoilers for Hypnospace, chat. I understand you're excited, but do remember, I personally am waiting so other people can get ahead a little bit in the game. I'll let that one slide, though, because it is not, you know, I understand the mistake. It's okay. I figured I should, you know, make a point of it. Oh, that was bad.
I made a big read.
Yeah, that was a very big read for someone who is just sitting and blocking. That was a very big read for someone who was not doing anything. I respect it. Like, literally, I respected it. That's why I didn't get it. Okay. I can't believe I didn't block that. God, I keep doing that. It's not a good sequence. I'm gonna have to start saying sorry random acts every time I fuck that up. And then eventually I'll learn to not make that mistake. Oh, is the, oh, is Waypoint, stirred, whatever it is, Waystone. I forgot to turn that off after I streamed Eternal. My bad. I'll take care of that right now, actually. That is here, dashboard, extensions, my extensions. It's easy, it only takes like 14 clicks. Alright, it should be off if you restart it. And yeah, I think we'll probably rock this for like, I don't know, another 45 minutes probably, and then I'll pop over to Wii Garbage.
Word.
Okay. Okay. Damn it. I mean, I really get annoyed when people get super mad about it and super uppity about that being on because there is literally a button to turn it off. And I've had people be like, no, there's not. And then I was like, it's up here. And they're like, oh, never mind, dude, it's there. So it's like, you can just turn it off on your end. But it's fine. I really should. I just forget about it because I played Eternal and had a very bad time and was like, I'm gonna wait another season to pick Eternal back up. Chain shift into getting hit. Classic play.
Let's see how it works out for me.
Oh, wow. Okay. Apparently I don't get that much shield. Oh, it might be because I didn't full charge it. I had to let go of it before it was fully charged. Nice. Eternal's coming to Switch? Yeah, I saw that. That could be good. I'm still having trouble doing that offense and then also picking it up because I'm having to think way too hard about doing that offense still. Yeah. Those are vicious. Are you using the macro for dashing? Yeah, I am. I'm using forward AB. It lets me block faster. I play on a hitbox, so some inputs are a little weird compared to other folks. Like, I have no problem with any kind of super jumps. Super jumps are just whatever to me, because I literally hold down and then tap up. And due to the way the input priority goes, that is an instant down up. And it's literally just press one button, then press another button. It's very good. So yeah, for that I'm like using A plus B to run forward, and then I'm just hitting back so I can block a little faster. That looked like overhead startup. But it was my turn. But it was my turn! Nice stagger. Yeah, that's the thing, is like the macro is whatever except for dash blocking, where it's huge. Oh, if I had done the right confirm, you'd be dead. That's unfortunate.
It's okay, I'm dead
I'll just
anyway.
keep mashing. I'll just keep mashing, it's fine. You know, thanks for the follow. So you ever accidentally focus when you mean to assault? Have you ever had a dream? Has anyone ever really been so far as the has-been do look more like? Just, you know, fighting game stuff. What is it? Has anyone ever been so far as to do look more like? And yeah, the dash macro I found out very quickly as soon as I was like, basically as soon as I had to play against Matt, I was like, oh, this is incredibly good. This is very strong. I need to do this all the time. Oh, I just didn't drill. Hey, stop. Oof, that's the one time it's so hard to see in that gloom. Yeah, I need to get used to you using Sea Gloom in your setups now. It's so strong.
It's very, very good.
In case it wasn't super clear, by the way, you've improved this shitload. It's pretty amazing. For only like a week since the last time I played you, you've gotten ridiculous.
I've been practicing this game a lot more than I've practiced any other game for a while.
Yeah, it shows. Gotta get out of the Hilda zone.
Nice.
Oh. Hoofa, hoofa doofa. Hoofa doofa. God damn it. It's so good. It's such a good option. Oh, I can just sprint in after that? Okay, good to know. Grab twice. 3 times. 2 hops this time. I'm so mad that's not a counter hit. That seems like it should be a counter hit. God, I need to start paying attention to your rebeats too, because you have like rebeat options to make stuff a little bit safer. Piss. Pissed. Hilda! No! Oh, I reacted just like a split second late. It's weird because like most of the time I don't want to watch Hilda because her animations aren't terribly indicative of what she does. Except for
but like in that specific setup.
Yeah, that specific setup I need to be watching you specifically and watch for like the weird hands parting motion.
Whoa.
Oh. That popping up is so good. Is that your, like, 2AD?
Force function.
Oh, that's force function? Damn, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least it costs you a grid to do that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of grid, by the way, that's a thing that does cost a grid, using the force function, which is your B+C ability. It is a universal. And by universal, I mean that's what everyone's force function is. They are all wildly different, though. Like, for me, it's the big slap. I just noticed, but are you playing locally? Matt and I are playing over Parsec. Since we live so close and both have really, really solid internet, Parsec gives us like 0 frames of input lag. It's fucking crazy.
So good. It's phenomenal.
So good. It's unreal, yeah. Like it's to the point of like UNIST, when we play it with the UNIST netcode, it's like 0 to 1 frames and we still just do it this way. Also because it's easier. Like we don't have to fuck around with the network lobbies. We don't have to worry about easy anti-cheat disconnects or any shit. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, Parsec, if you get a good Parsec connection, it's really, really nice, but the only thing is it's asymmetrical lag, so a lot of players are very opposed to it, because they're like, well, it's not fair if I have 2 frames more input lag and the other person has none, but it's also like, but it's stable and you don't have to fuck with easy anti-cheat and everything, and it's, yeah, it's, God, that is so unreactable.
My brain turned off.
Yeah. That's why I said probably not too much longer on this, because this game can be exhausting. Especially when it's a matchup like this one, where both of us are always teetering on the edge of giving the opponent a huge advantage. What a shield!
What a shield!
What a shield! What a player, what a game, what a shield! Shield behind me. Oh, that's bad. But yeah, if you have some friends that live nearby and you both have pretty solid internet, definitely give Parsec a try for your netplay needs. It can obviously depend on like just who your internet carrier is too. You know, networks are fucked up.
Damn it. Wrong pin.
Oh, I was trying to do 2-2C in your face. B+9. But I wanted to be +9. That's the other thing, yeah. If nothing else, Parsec also lets you play games that don't have netcode or have tremendously bad netcode. Like, part of the reason Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is starting to see a little bit of a resurgence is entirely because of that.
Sick.
Damn, what a pickup. Nice conversion. For a clown! For a clown to wear. Oh. Haha, beans. Even with the match win rate, you're taking a lot more single rounds than before. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, that's why there are multiple rounds in fighting games, is because it evens out the skill a little bit. Like, DBFZ obviously has that by nature of being a 3v3 game to a certain extent. Man, I really could have rebeated that into the whole thing. I just didn't. Thank God that's hard to convert, it looks like. I might just start taking a throw on that shit. But yeah, no, it's Parsec's really solid. It's really useful. Like, that's how I play GameCube games with some people too. Oh, I thought I'd get under.
Almost.
Yeah, I was going for the dead zone. Okay, I'm getting a little too excited. Gotta remember what I'm good at. Nope. That catches backdash. Because of course it does. That might be Hilda's best move. Other than like Gloom, obviously.
Nice patience.
That's all I got. What? Oops.
I'll take it.
That was 3 different flavors of oops. 4, I just did a full screen DP. That is another flavor. Yeah, hands are getting stupid. But yeah, no, that's one of those things too, is like, it's hard not to get better when you play the game against people who are very good. As long as you're keeping your focus on trying to improve and staying process oriented instead of results oriented. Because if you're results oriented, you'll drive yourself fucking crazy.
Being results oriented, you can't really play fighting games.
Yeah, you super can't, because you're gonna lose a lot up front, and then you're just gonna be like, I never achieved my goals. Whereas if your goals are like, I'm gonna improve and do better, I'm gonna get hit less, I'm gonna use my assault more, like that kind of stuff, then you'll get to see, you know, you'll get to see your improvement immediately. Yeah, a lot of it's about mindset, whether or not you're going to be able to succeed in fighting games. And some folks, they just aren't, and that's fine. That's okay. Oh shit. Big fight in the cafeteria. I don't know why all of UNIST settings are like so fucking not as ridiculous as UNIST.
It's less ridiculous than a game about fighting on the streets.
Yeah,
at many points.
Yeah, like, for being the most buck-wild ass game, it is
just
very
in a room.
A level that's just a fight in the parking lot of a Piggly Wiggly. Which is my favorite. Is all this crazy anime shit happening at the Piggly Wiggly.
Nice dash.
Fuck it up. So are you walking backwards through a lot of that, like stand blocking, to back up a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying
No, sorry, were you asking if you should or ask?
I was asking.
No, I didn't hear the question.
Yeah, I was asking.
Oh, yes, yes, yeah.
Okay. Because, yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, I'll need to practice maintaining pressure against a Hilda that is also walking backwards. That was the wrong confirm. And, yep. Here goes my ass. Damn it. But that's what I mean, like, so you can see it right now, like, as soon as I'm in Matt's face, the game gets so much harder for him. Like,
it does.
He has to really respect everything I do, which is terrible. It's such a huge disadvantage. But, you know, obviously, Hilda makes up for it by being Hilda everywhere else on the screen. I saw it coming and I just didn't do anything about it. Yeah, teleport, Nixies, good stuff. Whoop.
Bad blocks.
Oh, fuck. No, but I want it.
Good stuff.
Oh, thank you. I mean, being cornered by about anyone is hell. The really rough part, in particular, about being cornered by Hilda is so, like, no, I was explaining it earlier, but so Matt, when he puts out his orbs, they either go like forwards, backwards, a little bit straight down. Like you can kind of angle them, right? And the thing is, normally if we're mid-screen, I can back tech, and if Matt uses the down one, then I'm free, and he doesn't get to mix me up. If he uses the far one and I don't tech, then I'm free, and he doesn't get to mix me up. So like Matt has to guess what I'm gonna do. Once we're in the corner, I can't back tech. So he always locks me down, and I always gotta hold whatever he does. That's why it's so rude. It's kind of like Fat Boo in the corner, where it's just like, oh no, I now have to just deal with this, and that's all.
That's the type of character I like to play in every game.
Yeah, set play stuff. I mean, it makes sense, because yeah, you play Elefelt in gear, which you do a lot of Pineberry into shotgun pressure setups, which are kind of the similar thing. A lot of hit throw. Yep. Got hit by the bull bash again. Yeah, Elefelt in gear. Now that Fat Boo is a lot more viable thanks to Jiren, Fat Boo.
Yeah.
Wow. I am amazed that sort of worked. But yeah, being cornered by Wagner is arguably worse. I'm just not as good at it yet, is the problem. How difficult is this game to learn? Well, mackerel more. Consider mackerel less. No, sorry, that's reflex. He really should mackerel less, though. No, this game's not too bad. I mean, it's got a really, really good tutorial that'll help you learn a lot of concepts. The big thing is don't let yourself get overwhelmed by the tutorial. Because if you've never really played fighting games before, and you try and like go through the entire tutorial in one day, you're just gonna overload yourself so bad with information. Like, I would even recommend just taking a section at a time, and then just play with some folks, you know? And that's the hard part. Like, again, the hardest part of learning any fighting game is accepting that you're gonna lose. Especially because there've been people playing this game for ages, you know? But it's a solid place to start, for sure. Like, I don't know, I think this is a really good first fighting game. Like, this and DBFZ, I think, are probably the best first fighting games, which is why I'm so excited they're, you know, that's 2 EVO main stage games. I think that's going to be very good for the community, like, long term.
That was sick.
If only I remembered to confirm it. Oh no, I didn't do the thing! I accidentally followed up too early. Controller viable? Matt's playing on controller right now. Yeah.
Yeah, this character is a constant button-holding character, like Cody's Zonk Knuckle or whatever, where you have to be holding down buttons, and she's still playable on pads, so any character really is.
Yep. But yeah, the tutorial covers a lot of advanced stuff that you might not even understand what exactly you're learning at first. And it'll do its best to explain, but sometimes it's going to be a little questionable.
Good dash forward.
I tried to dash forward again, but I was still in recovery. Yeah, exactly. Other people being able to win more and beat you because they have practiced is in fact a feature. That is part of the plan. That's the wrong confirm. Oh, that was wrong confirm again. What a jump. What a short hop. What a
dive kick is really good.
Yeah, like if I block it, yeah, you have to guard. If you really fuck it up, you're -5 and I get a punish for free, but that you have to really space it forward for that. That would be like if you connect at the top of my face.
Then my life sucks.
Coming from a background of mostly melee, I'm guessing this would feel fairly foreign. I mean, you'll understand some of the mind game ideas, right? Like, the idea between making your opponent guess between getting hit and getting thrown, that's the same. You know, that's something between them. understanding the concept of noticing what a player's habits are in different situations and taking advantage of them, that's a huge thing, and that's a huge thing in Melee, and that's in every fighting game. A lot of the mind game stuff is going to be universal, and I think once you start playing, you'll be able to make connections, is really the big thing. Like, honestly,
sure.
DBFZ and this game are pretty goddamn far apart, but if you understand what you're looking for, you can definitely see... Man, imagine if I confirmed that good, though. Oh, that's your first proper fighter from a Smash background? Nice. And yeah, matchmaking for this game might be a little rough at first because a lot of people aren't playing online at this point. Well, I mean, they are, but it's like a lot of very good players. It's a lot of very, very good players, so... But I don't know, Matt, you've been playing net play more than I have. How has that been for you?
You can set... It's not that bad, actually. There's definitely a lot of players at every still playing. Like, probably getting announced as an Evo game got a lot of people into the online play that weren't there before.
Which is good, yeah. I noticed a lot of white squares and green squares when I was playing online, so that was very heartening. Seeing people who are just new players, you know. Okay. Woof! 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 Oof! Alright, I live though with one. With a little bit. I'm out!
That's the big damage combo.
Yeah, that was so tight. God, watching two normals overlap in a sandwich position is very upsetting. I don't like when you make a Wagner sandwich with your fucked up blades. I rather dislike it, actually. Oh, I forgot to do the thing that fucking Deegan, Netplay Abuse, was doing. That was fucking godly. Yeah, that makes sense. Anytime I would screen freeze, literally anytime, or anytime we would do, like, grab techs, he would just immediately DP. Every time. And it got me every single time. And I was like, motherfucker.
That's powerful.
It was so consistent. So fucked up. Alright.
It'll work on me.
Last couple, and then let's move. Oh, someone asked about what about Boo and Jiren. Jiren's assist allows Boo to do setups that only Vegeta previously allowed him to do consistently. So, like, if you play Boo, Vegeta, Jiren, for example, and your point Boo just starts going ham, that's it. Like, that's it. Because Boo can set you up mid-screen in a way that he gets a guaranteed mix. God damn, that is so smart. But I'm blown away by how good that tech is. It's so good. Yeah, that's the really exciting thing about more characters being added, is it's always another chance for a new team. Especially if... Jesus Christ, good stuff. Especially if like the assist is good, is the big thing. I mean, as long as it's not A17. Poor A17. He deserves better.
Man.
A17 got done dirty.
Absolutely.
Like, everyone at first was like, yo, this character looks wild, and in all the, like, preview stuff that made him look super good. And then when you actually played him, you're like, oh my god, everything he does is punishable by anything. Everything. Like, it was to the point of I was able to, like, beat True Tech pretty consistently with when he was running A17. I think that's what made him drop A17, honestly.
That character was so bad.
Yeah, it was wild how bad A17 is.
Good call out.
Whew, thank you. I had buff, so I would get a mix off of it, so I figured it was worth going for. No! I didn't delay my follow-up enough. Ah. That's right. Oh, fuck. I was like, I'm gonna sit there and shield a bunch to bait him into doing the low, which is a thing I've been doing for a while and it works. But then you grabbed. What an asshole. Oof. I think one of my favorite things now against this matchup is pumping. Just because then you have to guess if I'm going for buff or not. Jeez, you're so good at delaying that. That's damn good. Well, thank you for these 50 games.
Yeah, good games.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we've both improved tremendously, and it's exciting that we're getting this good already. Because, like, I was taking games off some people who've been playing this for quite a while. I almost felt bad because there was one player in particular, one of the younger members of the scene, that's been playing this game like a really, really reasonable amount and stuff, and I was just kind of doing stuff all over his face, and I was like, oh. But yeah, gotta learn how to deal with a character who can just have infinite pressure, you know? Alright, before we switch games though, one sec, I have to buy a million colors. First, let's get them Hilda colors. I think I already got them all.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Sick. Alright, you got all the good ones.
I'm a completionist. No! One short. Why? Also, I need to change my Wagner default to the same color as my hitbox. There we go.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm so glad title settings let you name yourself the dumbass idiot. But I want to see what else we got. If there's dog, I could maybe get dog idiot. No, there isn't. Damn. That's unfortunate. Well, I'll just stay as the dumbass idiot, which is so fucking good. So fucking good. I can't believe I was one short. What a man, life's a bitch, then you die. Also, yo, Necrolmore, thank you for the follow. Alright, well, thank you for hanging out. You can obviously hang out for We Trash if you want. I ain't gonna kick somebody out. I will have to kick you out of my computer, son of a bitch.
I'm actually gonna jump off the call, but
right, sweet.
It was fun playing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I'll stick around and I'll watch We Trash.
All right, we'll catch you later.
Later.
I will go ahead and get stuff set up. Let me put some music on while I get all this figured out and put together. Oh, right, it's Wii, so I have to go grab Wiimotes and shit. Oh, no, where did I put those? All right, this might take just a second, so let me get some music on while we...
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does make sense. I'll put on some fighting game music. I'll put on some Vegito. All right, and let me go ahead and tweet out that we are switching over here in just a sec. Oh no, Tlarn, I have literally next to me, I have a package of 72 AA batteries as a stream.